So, welcome to another episode of the Anhedenia Project. This is SeptumSin, and again, this is the program where I do the initial reactions, which I'm filming it right after finishing watching the film, the Amityville Backrooms, which I have right here, which is one of the newest of the SRS brand of Evan Jacobs films, where they get crowdfunded and set on. He's had a few of those this year. He had the Front Rooms, as a matter of fact, the one that comes to mind. He's had a number of the ones in 2024. This one is probably my least favorite of the films that have been directed by him this year. Essentially, the film is about this guy who is in kind of real estate, and he ends up getting trapped in the house that they're selling, which is the Amityville house. So sort of a Backrooms experience where he's kind of stuck in this house forever. The film has some pretty decent stuff to it. I mean, these particular ones, there's some fun to the release because it has some extra, some commentary, and they have a good one called Hi, My Name is Chris, which shows the main actor's relationship to Evan Jacobs, and some of their work on film's quite informative, and that's quite enjoyable. Matter of fact, I liked it better than the movie itself. So to me, that one alone, if you're a Anhedenia fan, that's worth the price of purchase right there. The film itself is decent. I mean, it's nowhere near the worst film I've seen in my time working on this project, but nowhere near the best, and definitely doesn't rank up with any of the films I've seen so far this year. I mean, Maximum Stroller Drive is still probably my favorite of the Evan Jacobs films this year, and of course of the SRS released ones, I would say the Front Rooms is a better film. But still, there were some fun things to it. I did like the interactions with the characters. I think that the acting is well done by pretty much all involved, and I'm not sure how I feel about these crowd-funded films these days, where you've got all these inserts and you've got to have your obligatory inserts because you made money for, you know, pay to be in the movie, like I've done that in the past. I did that with Front Rooms, matter of fact. But the movie's issue for me was not that. It's just kind of that rambling, slow nature of these types of films, where we just kind of move from room to room and then come back and, like, yeah, I'm trapped, moving back room to room. You know, I mean, there were some parts that definitely did. There was a part where he gets into the garage and he sees the guy sitting there, standing off in the distance. I thought that was fairly intensive and did some good. And he had some decent special effects in it. Like the little tentacles that come off screen. I think that we're doing much better than that, than Don't Get Out or Get Out or something like that. It was one of the ones where the guy was trapped in the office building, which if you look up the review of that one, I did not care for that one either. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that, and the pacing and something, but this one I feel like is a much better version of that. So I would say that it's a fairly average one. As far as the Amityville films go, which I'm also very much into, I would also say this is about average in relation to that. So at the end of the day, I would say that Amityville Backrooms is an okay film. And I mean, if you're big into Amityville, you would go into this. If you're big into Evan Jacobs stuff, then you should be used to some of this stuff by now, so you should be good with it. be wary of the pacing issues. Otherwise, it's a decent enough film. Well, this has been my initial take of it, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, but watch more of the Anhedenia project, as I'm sure we'll be covering more stuff as we go. This has been quite a productive year so far. We've gotten The Man with the Red Hand, we've got Stroller Drive, we've had the car adventure one. I look forward to see what else is in store for us in this next year.
This is the end of the show. We hope you liked it though. We had our spend, had time afraid. It's almost time to go. This is the end of the show, but we felt you'd like to know. A bunch of friends right to the end. Our link just down below. This is the end of the show, so help us let you know. 'Cause here's Jake to say the things we thought just couldn't go.
And now we would like to take a moment to thank our friends at the Rebel Gaming Club for our rollicking opening number that has been gracing our videos for some time now. And we want to thank all our friends who come out for various projects and what have you. We have numerous links below, and we very much encourage you to check them out and give the other people a visit as well.
Hello, my friends! Hey! Yeah! Eddie, you're in too! Pour yourself a drink!